90 Day Fiancé is no stranger to controversy, but series star Berk stunned everyone when he shared his off-color opinions online, turning him into one of the biggest villains of the series. Before he was shocking fans on social media, New York native Berk was looking for love on 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, Mike's relationship with Colombian manicurist Jimena was tumultuous at best, combining his sense of entitlement with her lack of attraction to him. While Mike seems to have rallied the support of his fellow cast members from Season 5, fans have been less forgiving. Love him or hate him, Berk is unapologetically himself, and that has led to some iconic quotes from him on the show. At the start of Season 5, Mike and Jimena had not yet met in person. When he finally goes to Colombia to visit her for the first time, Mike is understandably pretty excited to be intimate with his first girlfriend in 20 years, leading to possibly one of the most iconic quotes on the show. It's a rare endearing moment for Mike on the series when he genuinely seems to want to put Jimena first, considering her needs just as important as his own, even if the sex wasn't amazing. Mike's innocence and excitement in this moment was a highlight for their arc. Immediately following Mike's expression of excitement over the idea of being with Jimena, we're able to see him in absolute euphoria after finally being with her for the first time. It's no surprise that the gorgeous Jimena was able to knock it out of the park, but the way that Mike phrases this interaction is akin to seeing someone's reaction to a particularly great baseball game, making it a truly iconic moment on the show. However, the icing on the cake was definitely Jimena's reaction. She described the encounter as normal. Mike's dirty habits became one of the biggest problems in Mike and Jimena's relationship. While Mike didn't see anything wrong with burping and farting in front of the woman he wanted to marry, Jimena was offended by his rude behavior, causing a lot of tension for the couple. Related, 90 Day Fiancé cast members whose style has evolved the most. While Mike made several efforts to change his behavior, he was ultimately not able to stop grossing out Jimena, leading him to lament in the most iconic way. In this moment of defensiveness, Mike's childishness is on full display, refusing to accept responsibility for letting one rip in the early days of their relationship. This one went from 0 to 100 in an instant. After visiting Jimena in Colombia just 2 months before uttering this iconic phrase, there was a noticeable emotional distance in their connection when Mike returned to New York. Rather than try to discuss the issue with Jimena directly over the phone, Mike decided it would be a great idea to pop back down to Colombia for a visit. While this misguided move may not have played out exactly as he had hoped, Mike is truly a remote work icon for bridging the gap between impulsivity and ability. As the pair attempted to reconcile their differences, Mike's spontaneous trip to Colombia immediately did more harm than good. There was already tension between them because of Mike's messiness, but this interaction sullied more than just the carpet. In a rare moment of self-awareness, Mike iconically notes how poorly this trip is going already. There's something strangely relatable about this moment, where one person is trying their absolute hardest but still cannot seem to make their partner happy. It was a crappy situation, both literally and metaphorically. This quote is classic Mike. While at first he seems genuinely caring, his hesitation towards Jimena's breast augmentation all comes back to money. In this moment, Mike really does his best to make it seem like he is pushing for Jimena to embrace self-love and protect her body, but it's no surprise that he would be resistant towards paying $5,000 for a boob job that he isn't requesting. Mike and Jimena's dynamic is often complicated by finances throughout the series, but as the relationship transpires, it becomes abundantly clear that Mike is using his money as a means of control. Jimena eventually reveals that she has previously worked as an adult entertainment model, and that Mike met her while she was working and quickly offered to support her financially. Was it really about the money, Mike, or did he just not want other men looking at Jimena's new breasts? As Mike's second trip to Colombia continued to unravel, Jimena eventually requested that he stay at a hotel rather than her house. Mike didn't love this suggestion, arguing with Jimena until she finally relented and told him that he could stay at her house until he had to leave. This was immediately misinterpreted by Mike, who was adamantly clinging to any shred of hope left in he and Jimena's relationship. His self-delusion here is truly iconic, twisting a situation that he had forced himself into to have meaning. It is both extremely sad and extremely relatable. Oh Mike. Even after Jimena finally broke it off with him, Mike insists that there is still something to be salvaged in their relationship. At this point, Jimena has openly called him disgusting and has given every indication that she is no longer interested in being with Mike. However, Mike remains an eternal optimist, refusing to walk away from their connection. In this moment, Mike is attempting to turn a no into a maybe, displaying some truly iconic negotiating skills. It's too bad that love is not a negotiation. Finding out that Jimena was secretly an adult entertainment model was truly the shock of the season. While the couple was sticking to the story that they had met on Tinder, it eventually comes to light that they met in an adult chat room while Jimena was working, and that Mike was in there almost every day before offering to support her financially. Related, fired 90 Day Fiancé cast members ranked by controversy magnitude. The pettiness of this phrase undid 15 full episodes of lies, outing Jimena to the audience after working so hard to keep the truth hidden. It was obviously meant to be hurtful, but Jimena could not have been more casual about this comment, simply saying, "And what's wrong with that?" The combination of malice, lies, and stoicism here helped to create the ultimate iconic moment. Right before Mike went back to New York for the second time, he and Jimena were engulfed in a series of fights about their relationship that all boiled down to the same issue. Jimena was not interested, and Mike felt used. After attempting to reclaim everything he had bought for Jimena over the course of their relationship, Mike finally breaks down and sees Jimena's true feelings, or lack thereof. In that moment, he is understandably devastated, accusing Jimena of being cold and calculated when her disposition has not changed at all from the start of their relationship. Once again, Mike proves himself to be a delusional king, now finding malice where there is only consistency. Not admirable, but definitely iconic nonetheless.